and welcome back. In my effort to find projects to do while I am not able to do much crocheting, I decided I'd try to do a little weaving. So like last summer already, I'd picked up kind of a little small like table square loom weaving kit that I wanted to try because I wanted to experiment with some new crafts. And I have barely done anything with it since I bought it. So I figured now would be a great time to actually use it and try some weaving. So in order to let my hands and wrists heal from over crocheting, let's try some weaving. with these weaving projects that I've been doing, I have a couple things to kind of finish things up a bit. Some of these are going to take more than others to actually finish. I've got several that need some stuff woven in on these sides, like that. This one is mostly done. This one needs some stuff done. So let's see. This one is basically done. I'm just going to kind of braid that and just something a little different. So that one is mostly done. So a lot of what I need to do for some of these is I'm going to put some of this fabric glue along the sides to make sure that the yarn does not come undone. So I'm going to get some stuff for that. So I'm going to use a toothpick to kind of just put a tiny bit of the glue onto the edges. This one already has glue on it, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm probably just going to do a few at a time, and I'm going to drape them over this container so that way the glue is able to dry without touching anything else. We'll see how many I can fit on this. Just put a little bit on the very ends so that way none of the ends gets loose and nothing starts unraveling. So some of this has already been woven in, so that does make, when you weave in the ends, I've found it does make things a little less likely to come loose. But then, like, okay, right here, this here, there it goes, is not staying quite where it should be. So by putting a little glue on that, it's not going to come loose when I cut this thread here. Oh, here, this thread. When I cut that, this is not glued down, it's going to come loose. Okay, so then I'm going to set that down to dry. All right, let's do this one next. Some of the ends are a little bit more secure because I pulled the back and forth, the thread that goes this way. I do not know my weaving terminology very well. So like this end is pretty secure because of that, but I'm still going to put that, just that little bit of glue just to make sure it stays, because I don't want things to come loose. Here's another situation where once this gets cut, this here is probably going to come loose if I don't glue it down. And maybe I'm just very inexperienced at weaving stuff. Maybe it wouldn't come loose, but I'm not taking any chances. Okay, another one. This one. This one will have to get these side tails woven in. Might do a little bit of the end stuff as well. Sometimes I've kind of weaved in the ends, like these ends, but sometimes I just glue them down. I don't know which is better, which is more proper. I just do what I want. So that's the fun thing about crafting. Make it your own. Do what works for you. All right, let's see, I've got 3 more. I'm going to find Don't want to use that one. Let's see, what's another one I can use? All right, I'll use this. That'll work. I should actually try and get this stuff in view of the camera. I'm going to raise the camera up so I can actually catch what I'm doing here. Maybe. Oh, that one should be there. Now this one I had a little trouble with when I was getting it out of the weaving loom. Normally I would try and pull these so they're snug against it, but it did not work. I did something wrong and I couldn't get it figured out. So this is definitely gonna need a little bit of glue on the end just to make sure stuff doesn't come loose once I trim all of this. I think I'm just gonna go here, and this last one here I'm just gonna cut off because it's come so loose. Trying to get it back is probably gonna be too difficult, at least for my current skill, which is pretty meh at this point. I'm putting a little extra glue on there to get all of those last few secured, since I don't have these ends holding it in place like I have for the other ones. Weaving has most definitely been a learning process for me. I'm still learning. All right, I'm gonna leave those to dry, and then we'll do the next step. After that, meantime, I think I'm gonna go run some errands. All right, finally getting around to actually finishing all of the weaving projects. I've gotten a few more done since the last recording. It is several days later. So the plan now is to go through each of these, trim all the extra little strands, and then determine whether or not I want to make them bracelets like this one, or leave them as bookmarks. Like this one is a little bit small on me. I want to make sure any bracelets I make are no shorter than this one, because this will fit somebody with a smaller wrist, but anything smaller than this is going to be too small. All right, let me go grab a scissors. All right, so this one I actually still need to sew these ends in, but that won't take too much. So I am going to go ahead and decide what I'm going to do with this first. Since this one is slightly shorter than this one, and I think this is the small I want to go, I'm going to leave this one as is and call it a bookmark. So I just need to weave these in on the sides so that way they aren't hanging out, and then this one is basically done. Okay, this one's longer, definitely going to turn this one into a bracelet, so I'll put that one in a pile up here. This one is shorter, so bookmark. So that will go on a pile on this side. This one did not turn out as well as I thought it would because I had problems getting the ends in. Oh, this is another one that I need to weave these ends into. I think I'm going to say bookmark on this one. This one is longer, so this one will be a bracelet. This one I've already gotten stuff trimmed. This is long enough. This will be a extra wide bracelet. Bracelet. Yeah, bracelet. Bracelet. This is another one that I had a little trouble with weaving stuff in on the ends. This really kind of got pulled in down when I was trying to pull these through. But I'll just make sure that this end is the one that actually goes underneath. So this will be the top portion. Just long enough. This was an earlier attempt. You can definitely tell I had not gotten the tension consistent because the one end is wider than the other end. Sorry, my lighting is really bad this morning. All right, so this is the pile I'm going to be turning into bracelets like this one. And then I have 3 that I'm just going to leave as bookmarks. I just have to weave these tails in and then they'll be done. So to make the bracelets, I'm going to put snaps on like I have on this one. So I have a bunch of options. This is just something I picked up off of Amazon. All right, so let's see. I think this one, I think this purple would be good, but I don't know. 2 seems like it'd be too much, so I think I'm just going to do 1. It'll just be a single snap. These and one of these. There we go. That'll be easier to see. Okay. It's been a while since I've used this, trying to remember how to use it. Nice. It's a little tough to get out, so I might add just the tiniest bit of fabric glue just to solidify around these joins so the yarn doesn't pull too much. All right, there's one down. Let's keep going. this one that I goofed up on. I'm going to try and get this pulled out. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Same with this one, where I didn't go in quite right. Things weren't lined up. I'm going to try and pull those out, and I'm going to try and fix those later. But for now, I think that's going to be it for this video. I got pretty much all of this stuff done. I'm pretty much caught up on all the weaving stuff. We'll see if these are something that my students like as prizes for earned stuff, and I'm just going to finish this stuff off camera. They're close enough to being done to be called done. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these done. All right, well, that will be it for this video. Thank you for watching.